First of all, thank you so much to everyone who gave their wonderful feedback about my very first episode. Whew, finally I got that one done. And so here I am. I don't have Gizmo with me. He's fast asleep. It's very late at night, but I thought I should come up with a second episode. Um, I think I'm very excited. I'm just very happy that it's been received very nicely. So thank you. Well, today I wanted to talk about facing resistance or overcoming resistance, or maybe some form of a rejection at work. So I graduated from university when I was 21 years old, so pretty young. And then my first job right after that was as an executive secretary to the vice president of administrative operations for a college insurance company. And after 2 months, I got promoted to supervisor. So I was a supervisor then for the conservation department. So we were in charge of conserving our accounts, making sure there was no lapses, no closures of accounts. So that was very good. I did my best, and after about 3-4 years, I was very privileged to have been invited by a competing company, of course, for better opportunities. And okay, I took the challenge and I moved over to the other company. And this time I didn't only manage the conservation department, I also managed account maintenance, commissions of agents, policy issuances. And it was pretty challenging, but I love challenges. I reported directly to the CEO and executive vice president. So it was an opportunity for me to be able to really interact, discuss our projects directly and resolve them very quickly and get decisions made very quickly. And see, I was very excited, very happy, looking forward to a really good job, very promising future. I was like 26 and 26, 27. And then I realized there was one person who probably wasn't ready for me. I wouldn't say she didn't like me because, you never know. You can't really dislike a person if you don't know them. So I didn't take that very personally, but I felt that was going to be my hurdle. I am a very friendly person. I try to be very accommodating and very positive, but I thought that was something that I had to really face. And so every day I would see the person, let's call her Natalie to preserve her identity, and I would say, "Hi, Natalie." And guess what? We were the only ones inside the elevator. We'd be there from the ground floor up to the fourth floor, and you can just imagine. It was a little awkward. There was some tension there. But you know what? She was my staff, so that made it more that made it harder. It was my responsibility to make sure that I didn't cause any issues because I was the one joining the company. And so I thought of that for a while. I would talk to them, I would meet with them. So one day I thought I would meet, really have a good talk with her. Not to confront her, but I wanted to know her more and I wanted her to know me. But see, I didn't meet with her first because then that would be very obvious. I started to meet with my other staff. So when I finally got to talk to her, I said, "Oh, hi, Natalie. I had to tell her I was very excited to be a part of the company, which was true. So I said, "Hi, Natalie. I'm so excited to be here. And you know what? Back where I come from, this is what we used to do, and I noticed that we're doing more here, so that's very exciting, and I see you are very involved, and I like that. I really like that you're involved, and I can see you're a person everybody goes to. You must know a lot, and I'm very excited. I'm pretty lucky to have such an amazing team." And I really want to work with you, with everyone, and I want to know you more. And in time, you'll get to know me too. So we're here to help each other. There's a reason why I'm with this company now. And so that was what I did. Well, my message, the story I want to share, the wisdom I want to share in this video is that when you are moving into another company, especially if it's already established, they have a system, and here you are, suddenly you're joining in. You have to make sure it's gonna work, because people who are above you are expecting you to make things work, because especially when there were some challenges, some struggles in the company. And so I knew exactly what my mission was, but I was ready. And so what I want to share with you is, make sure to remember I have 5 A's when you're trying to join a team. So not just for a company, but a team, um, any team for that matter, a guild, a drama guild, or anything. You're the new one. So you have to remember the 5 A's, okay? Number one, awareness. Make sure that you're aware of your goal. Why are you there? And be aware of what everybody is doing. You have to stay on top of the game, because once you start interacting, once you start asking questions or even answering, you have to be able to actually relate to them. Okay? So that's number one. And then number two, approach them with the intention to ask, not to teach. No, not yet, at least. Not to give directions, not to instruct, but to ask. So there's a little bit of an aspect of humility at the start. You're already there. You already know that you are valuable because they asked you to join them. So it's okay to start from start low, right? Start low. Approach them with the intention to ask, hey, okay, so wow, I see this is what you're doing. So tell me about it. I'm really interested to know, and I really want to see how I can be of help. I really want to be a part of this organization. I want to be a part of everybody's success. So what do you do exactly? I want to know. So that's number two. And the third A is appreciate what they're doing. Oh, wow. Even if you think they're needing some other skills, even if you think they're not up to an expectation that you may have set, and remember, you may not have set it fairly, so always keep an open mind, but appreciate them. Appreciate that they're explaining it to you. Appreciate that they are doing exactly what they can given the restrictions, and keep in mind that they're proud of what they're doing. Always remember that they could be very proud of their job, so appreciate that. Value the input that they give. Okay. And number four, acknowledge. Tell them exactly that you appreciate what they're doing. Tell them that you understand what they're doing. If you don't, then you ask. But otherwise, show them that you are appreciative of what they're doing, that I'm aware this is your input and I can see it's important in the process. And number five, assign responsibility, assign a task, assign a job or a project, because then you're showing them that you trust them. That seals the relationship. Even if it's shaky at the start, take note of these 5 A's, and at the end, show them that you actually trust them. And in this particular example, I knew that she was probably not ready. She was maybe shy, or maybe, it's very possible that people sometimes do not accept foreign intervention or intervention from outside. It's really up to you to make them feel that you are there to be a part of the team. And so once I finally knew what Natalie was doing, I told her, you know what? I am very excited to work with you. And the first opportunity I got, I found when one of our clients came to our company and was complaining that she was not happy, she was not ready, she wanted to back out, she wanted to get all her money back. And that's going to be very difficult for the company, especially because part of my job was to make sure we conserved all the accounts. So I talked to her. When the client was with us, I said, "One moment, please." And I called Natalie. And you know how I introduced Natalie to the client? I said, "Hello, Mrs. Robinson. This is Natalie. She's my most trusted staff. She knows exactly how to help you. She's very aware of what's going on. So I'm going to leave your case with her. They're going to be in very good hands, and we'll get back to you once she's done." So after the customer left, I talked to her. "Okay, Natalie, what do you think are the options? How are you looking at this case? What should we do?" And then I encouraged her to give me a lot of options. And finally, being her supervisor, I had to make a decision. And I said, "You know what? We have to conserve this account. If they cannot afford this category, this exclusive scholarship, then downgrade it to something lower, but keep the account. If anything happens to our subscriber, to our account holder, we want to be sure that their children benefit and get a scholarship and go to school." So it was my duty to show her why we have to look at everything from a corporate standpoint. And then that way they see that first you understand what you're doing, you know what you're doing, and you want her involved. So after I explained that, I told her, "Okay, we're going to get the customer back. We're going to ask her to come back. And I'd like you actually to explain it to her. She will be at your table, and go for it. We've talked about it, and I know you can handle it. And just tell her that was your decision. I'll sign the paper after." And so I left her to discuss it with the customer. I showed her that I trusted her. And you know what? That worked. By the time I left the company, I had to leave the company because my eldest baby was very, very sick. One of the requests I asked of our CEO was that Natalie be given an opportunity to interview for the position of supervisor. I was happy with that decision, and I think that's something that I really want to share with everyone, because it takes two to tango, as I always tell my girls. It takes a group to make something work. So that's my advice for today. Don't forget 5 A's. Be aware, approach with the intention to ask, appreciate, acknowledge, and then assign. That's the only time you make your presence really felt. The rest, you gotta put them in front. For you to lead, you have to learn to stay at the back. Okay? So that's for episode 2. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you again with another tip, sharing from my years and years of experience. But that was fun so far. It's a wonderful ride. Bye for now.